Hey everyone, Paul from Mighty here, and I'm going to explain a little bit on how to get the most out of your inline heater, or how to be as efficient as possible when using an inline heater. So what I have here is your typical, this is a 120 Psi pump. This is something that's used in a majority of the automotive machines, HP 100, HP 60, Mighty Light. In a model 1001 DX, it'll be about the same size, except it'll be about 220 psi. And then we also have larger versions, 500 psi. This is your typical heater. Your pumps and your heaters have to work together. So this is what we call a 1000 watt, and sometimes you'll see them where they're double stacked, more wattage. So basically, here's how it works. The pump draws water from your solution tank, sends it into your heater. The heater heats the water and then sends it out. So first thing you always want to do is have all your hoses plugged in first, then your extension cord. So now we've got power. Always turn your pump on first and make sure water is flowing through your system. Now that you have water flowing through the system, now go ahead and turn your heater on. Let it heat up for a little bit. Give it a good 5 minutes or so. Now after your heater has been heated up for about 5 minutes, go ahead and continue, start flowing water either through a hand tool or a wand. And what you're going to find is you're going to find cold water coming out first. Now that is the water that's been in your solution line, whether it's 15 feet of solution line or 25 feet. So you're going to see cold water coming out at first, and then you'll feel hot water start to come out. At that point, it's okay to let it sit for another minute or so, let the heater start catching up. Now once you've gotten the cold water out of your line, you've let it sit for another minute or so, you're ready to start using it. So simply do a wet pass, that's spraying your solution, vacuuming at the same time, and then just do a couple dry passes. This may be different than how you work if you're using something like a truck mount heater or a kerosene heater or a propane heater. Inline heaters or electric inline heaters just work a little differently, so you have to learn how to work with them. And so that's the best thing to do in getting started and getting the most out of your heat. Now a question that comes up a lot is, does winter weather affect the heaters? And it does in a sense, because you're starting with colder water than you normally would in the summertime. So that being said, you want to follow the same procedure, and you just want to move a little slower in the wintertime. It just allows that colder water you're starting with to heat up. Vapor lock is when the system has reversed itself. So possibly what happens a lot of times is someone will turn their heater on first, letting it heat up before they turn their pump on. Now the problem is the heater starts to create pressure, and the pump has a hard time pushing through that pressure. So that's vapor lock. You're not getting anywhere. There's no water coming out of your system. Easiest thing to do, turn your heater off, let it sit for about 10 minutes. It'll cool itself down, and then you just start over. Turn your pump on first, make sure it's flowing, then turn your heater on and go through the steps that we already addressed at the beginning of this. So that's it. I hope some of these tips help you out and help you get the most out of your heater and out of your Mighty unit. Thanks for watching.